Hello everyone and welcome back to Push Square. My name is Aidan and over the last week I've been checking out Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. This is the bundled PC port of both Uncharted 4 A Thief's End and Uncharted The Lost Legacy. This is a release that came to PS5 at the beginning of 2022 and is finally making its way to PC this week. While the gap between the PS5 and PC release is only around 9 months, this is the first time PC players have been able to enjoy an Uncharted game at all, which can only be a good thing. So I'm a huge fan of the series. I've played Uncharted 4 a handful of times. It's a really solid third-person platformer with some thrilling action sequences. The story, gameplay, they're lots of fun, but today's video isn't about reviewing the games themselves, but what additions the PC versions can bring. So let's get into it. Straight out of the gate, graphically, Uncharted on PC looks fantastic. It isn't quite as impressive a jump as what we saw with Spider-Man on PC earlier this year, so compared with the PS5 there will be much more pixel peeping involved. But nonetheless, you are really getting to the point of adding finite little details that, while not massive, do make an immersive difference. Things like the stubble on Nathan's face or texture on old walls. Naughty Dog have always had an eye for the fine details that really sell a location, and I'd imagine that until The Last of Us Part 1 remake reaches the platform, this will remain it and the PC port team Iron Galaxy Studios' crowning jewel of quality. You can practically feel the years and the history through each and every location thanks to its stellar visual presentation. And as a more cinematic game, the visuals are really where the majority of your changes lie, not so much in the feel of gameplay. The pop in colour, improved shadows and lighting effects, and the stable 50 to 60 frames per second on ultra settings that we got meant that this felt like watching and playing your favourite film on 4K Blu-ray. Just to get the box ticking out of the way, the PC build on Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection comes with the likes of rethought UI, ultra-wide support, variable frame rate, 4K resolution, and even DualSense support when your controller is wired. Now you can fiddle around with these to try and find the best setting for your PC, but for reference we had the aforementioned 50 to 60 frames on ultra settings with the following PC specs. Okay, but let's talk brass tacks for a second here. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves on PC isn't going to blow your socks off if you've already played it on PS5. Sure, the final details are there, and if you really wanted the technically best version of the game available, this is it. Additionally, if you are a PC player that hasn't touched the franchise before, the value is certainly there, especially with both A Thief's End and The Lost Legacy available in the one pack. Although, maybe watch some story recaps before jumping into them. Additionally, if you are lucky enough to have yourself a Steam Deck, then this has been Steam Deck verified, although we didn't get to try it out ourselves, mainly because I don't have one. So it does mean that you get to take these games on the go, and who wouldn't want to at least try that out. At the end of the day, however, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves just isn't the impressive jump in quality I was expecting. If I really felt a replay coming on, chances are I'd just play it on my PS5. But I don't think that my lack of enthusiasm is at the fault of the game itself. Sony has put in the level of work that we have become accustomed to with its PC exclusive ports. But unlike Spider-Man, which is a game that just begs to be played with a higher frame rate and all the bells and whistles as you swing through New York, Uncharted is amplified, yes, but it isn't hitting its potential in a way that it wasn't on console. I didn't feel like I was playing a far improved experience because the base experience is so damn good on console anyway. Whether you decide to pick this one up will depend on your circumstance and experience with the Uncharted series, a very similar position The Last of Us Part 1 remake was in. Both of the Uncharted games are beyond excellent, and this is the best they've ever looked and ever ran, so I don't want you to take my criticism in a way that makes it out that this is somehow a bad offering from Sony. It isn't. Regardless of how you feel about it technically, you know at the very least you're getting a great bundle of games. Ultimately though, I'd have to put it this way. If you've never played Uncharted 4 or The Lost Legacy, pick this up. If you love Uncharted with all of your heart and want the best possible version of it, pick this up. But if you've played the game, you loved it, you were already impressed with it on PS5, then you aren't going to get much more out of your experience here, especially if you're having to pay for it again. Those have been my thoughts on the PC release of Uncharted 4 Legacy of Thieves collection. Let me know if you are planning on picking this one up down below, and what other PlayStation games you'd love to see make their way to PC. Anyway guys, a like in the video would be appreciated, and if you're on the hunt for more PlayStation content, then subscribe to us here on Push Square.